It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Hey.
We got a lot of work to do, and it's always interesting in the morning coming down so early and just to see the people. I mean, they're working, and you can always tell, the numbers increase, but of course when it rains, there's nobody out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's the track, and certainly for me over the last several months, it's been top of mind.
Yeah, top of mind
So
to
we do
get
have
back.
Atlantic Medical in the house. Donovan is back, and Ethan is also back. In our healthy fitness segment, and I'm sure he brought the guns as well.
Of course, he always brings the guns. He always brings the guns. In addition to that, I had a segment earlier this week, actually, that we shot with Luca Fusion. Fabulous restaurant.
that
I
food?
hope it is food. It is food. I'm sorry. It's
Joe.
not me. I keep telling the producers, Phil likes food too. I try to share where I could, but I did enjoy my meal at Luca Fusion. And I'm looking forward to that segment, so I hope everybody will tune into that. They've got some great healthy options, including vegan food and
I can't even
you
bust
just
in on that
distracted.
segment.
Yeah, no, you
just
gotta
gotta
come
watch it with the rest of us.
Yeah, sorry guys. And then in addition to that, we love to have our young people with us. We had some fabulous young people in studio on Monday. And now we've got a different group. This time they're from St. Augustine's College. They did a robotics competition.
All right.
And they're here to share with
Well,
us.
that makes sense. The big red machine. We also have a songbird, right? Listen, I came in and she was, doing a mic check and all the rest of that stuff upstairs, and I said, let me go see what this tape is. Who's playing this tape? And this beautiful young lady. I mean, it's going to be
Yeah.
amazing,
It
man.
really is.
Her voice was amazing. So I joked with her mom, and I was like, okay, so where did this voice come from? Obviously it's from heaven. She's like, nope,
It's from me.
it's from me.
There you
So-
go. Let them know, Mom. But, Phil, before I do go any further, I did want to mention something. As you talked about the walkers and runners on the Cable Beach Strip this morning that we both drive past, I really want to encourage you to get some sort of lights and reflectors.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it can be really dark and you may not see someone that's running on the strip.
Yeah.
And while there's never any excuse to knock a pedestrian, as pedestrians we have to do our parts too.
Absolutely.
And so it can be really dark in the morning and in the evening. So if you are going to be walking or running near the road, please put on some reflectors so that you can be safe and that drivers can be cautious.
All right, man, listen, just be safe. Listen, it was a wonderful Independence Week as far as I'm concerned. I mean, there were some glitches which we can talk about. But, to say that you're a Bahamian,
Yeah.
and just, the reaction you get when you're abroad to say that you are from the Bahamas, sometimes I think we miss that point. I mean, everybody else in the world is just mesmerized by us. But the things we take for granted, and then, of course, you saw the video and the headlines, and, right after Independence, we're getting into, these topics
Yeah.
that immediately divide us.
Yeah.
And then you see these, these young guys. It's like, man, it was just so disturbing.
Yeah, the
But
video
anyway.
was particularly disturbing
Yeah.
to me as well. And for those of you that may not have seen it, there was a video circulating on social media. The news brought to you coverage as well of a young man being stabbed on Rose Island. And it was so unfortunate because for me, the stabbing was one thing, but the joy in the voices of the people recording the video was another concern. And so I think we have to continue to ask ourselves, where has our humanity gone? Where are the values that we see? I'm going to take it as that. So here he is with your first look at weather, Godfrey Burnside.
Weather at Sunrise. Brought to you by Bahamas First. First in insurance. Today, tomorrow.
Thank you, starring boy Mohammed. In your first look at weather at sunrise, in your surface chart, we do have across the northwest Bahamas a surface trough extending out the remnants of Beryl, and they'll be around us for another day or two, and also high pressure building across the central and southeastern islands. In your satellite blue, very little clouds around the islands north, but they will have some clouds building up by afternoon, particularly over the extreme northwest Bahamas in the vicinity of Abaco and Grand Bahama. In your weather day, we're looking at partly sunny, hot and humid, with a few afternoon showers, isolated thunderstorms, mainly across the extreme northwest Bahamas, high temperature 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, a few patchy clouds around with a few late night or early morning showers, even a possible thunderstorm popping up, the low temperature going down to 77 degrees Fahrenheit. And some regional highs and lows across the Caribbean, Barbados, 81 and 78. In Jamaica, 86 and 76. In Trinidad, 81 and 74. And the Turks and Caicos Islands, 87 and 76. Across North America, Atlanta 87 to 73, in Raleigh 87 67, in Miami 89 78, Dallas, Texas 93 and 77, and Toronto, Canada 82 and 70. Your extended look, high pressure builds across the islands, and therefore lots of sunshine, hot temperatures, humid conditions. Yes, there's a chance of a short thunderstorm popping up by afternoon, though temperature daytime will be in the low 90s, at nighttime in the upper 70s. That puts a wrap on your first look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Star.
Thank you so much, Godfrey. Health and wellness has always been a hurdle for many Bahamians in our society, and unfortunately this has resulted in nearly 70%, that's high guys, of the Bahamian population being classified as overweight in accordance to an article published in the Tribune from the Pan American Health Organization. But have no fear, Atlantic Medical is always here, as you know, and they've always got some interesting programs going to talk to us about managing our weight and managing our health overall. Very happy to welcome Atlantic Medical's Donovan Ingram, who's the wellness coordinator, and the assistant wellness coordinator, Naval Monroe. They're going to be talking about something new called Zest, and we're going to find out all the details about it. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning.
So I want to start with this name. I hear it, but it gives me a burst of energy. Certainly it does. But what led to the name Zest?
That's exactly why we chose the name Zest.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to establish this feeling of newness, this feeling of freshness, you know? And with any strategy that's new to a country, new to an organization, we want to make them feel welcomed. We want to make them feel like they're a part of something that they can win with, you know. And so that's why the name Zest is so catchy and user friendly.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about what Zest actually is.
Yes.
It's a program, I assume,
Yes.
and I know in the past you guys have done some amazing work, even with diabetes patients and just so many different things that you've done. Talk to me about how the Zest program will work.
So our Zest Wellness program works in the capacity of going into a lot of workforce spaces and transforming those spaces, changing the mindsets of the employees that we insure so that they kind of, they have this form of awareness when it comes to wellness, ensuring that they get the right information, the gold standard of information, but also at the same time that the conversation in those office spaces is solely all about wellness. So we're really trying to change the mindset of these individuals, make them more aware, and by that we hope to make a large impact in these healthcare issues we have in the Bahamas.
Okay, excellent. How'd the idea come about? What made you guys think, okay, now it's time for a program like this?
Well, obviously we saw like the latest statistic today as by the World Health Organization, us rated at number 7th in the world.
Wow.
Right, in obesity. So I think that we are taking this this trend-setting initiative, whereas Zest Wellness is the first wellness program that any insurance company in the Bahamas has ever implemented, where we're going to tackle this issue company by company with our clients and incorporating and helping them make healthier decisions, such as drinking more water, being active, and getting enough rest. And obviously having them set these examples for their kids as well, because obviously we saw the rising statistic with child obesity here in the Bahamas as well. So we would like for those parents who are incorporating these healthy behaviors and healthy habits to be an example for their kids. Because obviously for their kids basically lean and they develop certain behaviors based on the examples that their parents set.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, kid can go and, I mean, certainly at some stages as they get older, they can prepare
Right.
their own meals. But really, what you're introducing them to from an early age sets the stage for later life. And we see ourselves in this
Right.
generation, particularly struggling with these weight issues as a result of some unhealthy habits over long periods of time.
Right.
So it's good that we're starting to change that. When does the program begin? When does it end? If I got people out there who want to call and sign themselves up now with Atlantic Medical just to be a part of this program, how does it all work?
Well, it's very simple. Our registration link is www.joinzestwellness.com, and the wellness program is with the insured member from the day they join our insurance plan to the very last day until they leave our insurance plan.
Okay.
So as they are insured with us, their wellness program is with them the entire time.
Okay.
We are trying to ensure that these members walk away from this scenario or embrace with a scenario where their mindsets are changed. We want to make persons feel empowered and when it comes to their personal well-being. We're trying to create a strategy that not only is replicable in a workforce, but replicable across the entire nation. You know, we're trying to really make an impact in terms of the healthcare costs for our Bahamian society. We really want to make persons more industrial when it comes to wellness. And when I say industrial, I mean being able to go home and rely solely on foods prepared in the home. And also, and it goes even deeper than that, not only eating foods that are prepared at home, but also the fruits and vegetables, the recipes, the ingredients that go into making those foods, that they come from a home base or community base, you know, and that's the way we're going to make these strong changes. I know the thought is nutrition is the powerhouse when it comes to improving on a person's personal well-being, and it is. You know, it's the exercise, it's the nutrition, but also there's the aspects of improving on sleep,
Right.
improving on water consumption, financial well-being, relationship well-being, and even meditation. You know, what a lot of persons forget to do. You know, taking a moment, stepping back from the stress they're faced with, and walking away from the scenario and coming back with a fresh mind.
Yeah.
And we really want to make sure that all the pillars of wellness are established.
Okay. And so, of course, companies, you said that part of this will be actually going into corporate offices, speaking with people
Right.
about this, making sure that they have these options and understand them. Is a company able to reach out to you now to make that happen, or how does that process work? They just go to that registration link?
Well, okay, so companies who are insured with Atlanta Medical Insurance basically have the privilege of joining the Zest Wellness program. So the steps what the company should do is seek client insurance with Atlanta
Okay.
Medical Insurance, and obviously that'll come with the Zest Wellness program.
Okay. All right.
And if they are interested, they can
Right.
reach out to us at any time. Any company that's
Right.
already insured with us, we actually call us today, call us tomorrow, whenever you want to. We're eager to get into your office space and make those changes for you.
Okay, excellent. Now, so that's the Zest Wellness program, which I'm very excited about. I hope to see people zestfully living as the years continue on, starting with small steps
Yes,
and making big
exactly,
changes.
exactly.
Any other things happening with Atlantic Medical that we ought to know about right now? I know you're always up to something.
All right. Well, we just concluded our In Control Diabetes program, which we
Okay.
partnered with GEMI, and we had 22 participants participate in that program. We had excellent results. We had major changes in A1C numbers, major changes in blood glucose numbers, waist circumferences, percent body fat. So we're really changing the whole mindset of an individual, you know. And that platform was a 12-week program, which kind of got persons involved in changing their nutrition, getting them all involved in physical exercise, but also the health coaching and the behavioral therapy really changed the mindsets and the way they approached the wellness program.
Yeah.
And this 12-week program was a small platform for these individuals to understand what it takes to be successful in wellness. And moving away from that, we hope that we've impacted them so it can be a lifelong journey, you know?
Excellent, excellent. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing results from the Zest program. One thing I know about Atlantic Medical, you guys put your mind to something and it
Right.
happens. So we trust
Thank
that
you.
this program will go well, and we thank you so much for joining us this morning and sharing it with us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for
Thank you for
having
having us.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise, where we're living our best zestful life. We're going to be back with more after this commercial break.
So who really own an asshole container port?
Boss, that's easy. The government.
I do.
I do. Thank you.
I do.
I do. And one day, he will too. I do. Knock knock.
Here at the Nassau Container Port, we've diversified our ownership to give hardworking Bahamians a piece of the economic pie. And we'll continue to grow so that we can give you a consistent return on your investment. That's our promise.
Good afternoon. First response. How can I help you?
I've been in an accident on West Bay Street. Can you send someone to help?
Yes, ma'am. A first response team will be there in 15 minutes. Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine, but a bit upset.
We're glad you're not hurt. Please, try to relax. Our team will take care of everything as soon as they arrive.
First Response provides immediate on-site service and support from the scene of an accident through the claims and repair process. And it's free to all Bahamas First insured drivers in New Providence every day for any type of accident. If you drive and want First Response on your side, call 321st or visit bahamasfirst.com for the name of an authorized Bahamas First agent. First Response can't prevent an accident from happening,
but it can certainly ease your mind when it happens.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise, and of course I say welcome back to Ethan Quant. He's the CEO of Elite Wellness Solutions.
Yep.
What's going on, man?
I'm right here.
Yeah,
Man.
good to have you back. Good to have you
be
back.
It's always good to be back.
Listen, man, I saw you the other morning running down Cable Beach Strip, you know, with your other half, and you were way behind. What's going on, man?
Well, she's in much better shape than I am. You know, you're always chasing them, Phil. You're always chasing them, man.
But listen, so we say that not all bodies are created equal.
Right.
So that means that not all physical activity is created equal as well?
Oh, definitely, definitely. Okay. You know, the question of physical activity is something that a lot of people have been coming back to me with recently. Mm-hmm. You know, mainly after some injuries, they want to know what type of physical activity they can engage in, right? And what I try to tell people is you want to make sure that whatever type of physical activity you're engaging in is consistent with your goals. And first of all, physical activity does not automatically mean exercise. Okay. You know, in its simplest form, physical activity is simply movement of the body. Okay. Okay. And so, you know, for somebody who, let's say, just had rehab, right? Of course, they can't go in the gym, they can't do box jumps, things like that. And so their level of physical activity is going to be more of a mobility and stability standpoint for function, just to get function of the legs or the arms again, you know, as they undergo rehab. A next level of physical activity is people who need to move for health. Okay. You know, this may look like somebody who may be extremely overweight, who may not be able to get up and jog or run, or even somebody who has limited time. You know, they may want to say, okay, well, how can I get more movement throughout my day? Can I take the stairs instead of the elevator? Can I park a bit further away from the front door at work? You know, things like that. Can I take the kids outside to play, walk the dog, things like that. And so you want to change up your concept of physical activity.
So it's a combination of, would you say, circumstance as well as the individual. So depending on the circumstances and life, what's happening. But when we talk about bodies and body types, I mean, everybody is different. So how do you go about starting developing a physical activity or an exercise regime for an individual?
Well, all right. So it's pretty much, what are your goals? That's where you start. One of the, I guess, most popular debates that we have, which is better, you know, bodybuilding or CrossFit. Yeah. And I'm a bodybuilder.
I know which one is better for the doctors. But
you know, I'm a bodybuilder, so naturally I say bodybuilding, but really it goes back to what your goal is. If your goal is to build a body aesthetically, you know, focus on certain muscle groups, then bodybuilding where you can isolate movements are good. If you want to condition, become more fit, build more endurance, speed, things like that, then a CrossFit type regimen is better. And if you think about competitive athletes, right? You know, each athlete or each sporting discipline has a certain weight regimen, right? It all depends on what your sport is, whatever you're focused on. You can't put the same physical routine together for a basketball player that you would put for a tennis player. And just like those are different, each individual is different as well.
So is there like a fundamental, like a core, you know, program, I mean, that somebody should be doing on a daily basis, regardless of their body, you know, composition, regardless of their circumstances?
Yeah, I would say, combination of well-balanced, combination of some sort of cardio, whether that's walking, something to get the heart rate slightly elevated, and some sort of resistance training, whether that resistance comes from body weight or resistance bands or weights in the gym, but you want to have that combination of the cardio, something to get your heart rate elevated, and of course the resistance, something to put load and stress on the muscles so that it can grow.
And when we're going through this type of thing, what are some of the common mistakes that people make on the road to health?
Form is bad posture, bad form, and then also just trying to go above their current capacity. You want to do something. When I was 306 pounds, I could not jump, but I used to try and do box jumps, and I would be fine for that session. But I would be out for 2 weeks because my knees were damaged, and so then you're defeating the purpose, right? So you just want to make sure that whatever you're engaging in, you can actually handle. You have the capacity to handle.
All right. So other than exercise, I mean, what would be some of the things that people need to do to maintain this healthy lifestyle?
Focus on having a balanced meal program, and just consistency, and just starting with whatever time, resources, energy you have. Somebody asked me the other day, hey, I only have 10 minutes a day. Does it even make any sense doing something? I say, if you walk for 10 minutes a day, 7 days a week, that's 70 minutes a week that you didn't walk before. That's almost half the basic requirement, right? Which is 150 minutes a week. And so, you just want to really start where you are, put it in the context of lifestyle, not a quick fix, and just be consistent.
And would that, you say, be the difference in definitions between fitness and wellness?
Yeah, I mean, well, wellness encompasses all of it. Fitness is an element of wellness, right? And so, but when you're talking about total wellness, you want to take into consideration the mind, the body, and in a lot of instances, the soul, right? And so, but you want to focus on something that's holistic and putting it in the context of lifestyle. You can be well without being fit, but there is a fitness element to wellness.
Okay, all right, great. What's the final word of advice that you'd give to persons who are
just start.
Kind of wanting to look like Ethan Quant.
just start. If you want to reach out to me, and any of my social media handles are at Ethan Quant. But just start, just wherever, with whoever, just get out there and start living a healthy, active lifestyle.
All right, man. Listen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Phil.
Next time, I hope to see you out front.
Yeah. Don't count on that anytime
soon. You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We've been with the CEO of Elite Wellness Solutions, Mr. Ethan Quant. We'll be right back.
Shell is taking you on an exciting journey with its summer promotion. Now through September 14th, enter for your chance to win a brand new 2018 Toyota Yaris. Just make a minimum purchase of $20 worth of fuel from any Shell service station in Nassau. Answer the skill question on the entry form and submit. The grand prize will be drawn on September 14th. Other weekly prizes include free fuel vouchers and VIP packages to see Jay-Z and Beyonce live in concert August 31st at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. For more info, visit their Facebook page at Sunoil Bahamas.
How are we making Rev work wonders for you? We are doing it together. You told us what you want, and we've heard you. Want faster broadband? How about speeds up to 1 gigabit per second? Want shorter house calls? 2 hours max. We promise. Want to take your entertainment anywhere? Well, your Rev Go Play app is here. Rev, we've heard you. You speak, we listen. Rev, you and us together.
Thank you so much for tuning into Bahamas at Sunrise. You are going to be so happy with the segment, especially if you are one of the many soccerers on the island, because I've got the Big Red Machine in studio this morning, and today we're talking about their 2018 robotics team. These young people are so phenomenal. They're actually traveling to China to compete in the Global International Robotics Competition, and leading the team, of course, we've got a good friend of mine and a wonderful teacher, Mr. Duran McNeil, and he's brought his team with him. We've got Perdon Taylor, Javon Sands, and Eugene Thompson. They're all here from the 2018 team, and Mr. Jared Merce, who's now off in college doing his thing, is back from the 2017 team. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning.
I ain't
Thanks
nothing
for
like.
having us.
I'm so happy to have you. I love having smart guys in the morning, and so this is good stuff. We're talking today about the new wave of the future, that's robotics. Totally going to depend on it in a major way as we move forward. And so it's good that these guys are already getting into building them. Talk to me about this competition and what it took to put this team together, Mr. McNeil.
So last year, FIRST, which is an international organization situated in the United States, basically facilitates Lego robotics and other types of robotics. So last year they held its first inaugural international robotics competition. We were the first team to be invited to that competition last year, which we attend. It addressed one of the 14 challenges within engineering. So that was basically water and water security. Last year the team placed 64 out of 150 different countries from around the world. So what's happening now, we're not attending the second competition. We're attending an exposition which is going to be now held in China. And the FIRST that is in China is putting on this competition this year.
Awesome. So the competition was last year. You guys did extremely well. And now you get to go and celebrate by going to China and showing off all the work that you've done. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Who like Chinese food? Y'all can talk it. Okay, we're doing a healthy show today, so I'm going to leave it alone. But I'm sure that this actually took a lot of work. And so, Jared, you were there last year when the team would have won. How did that feel to be able to play so high out of so many countries?
Honestly, I kind of didn't expect it. We had a lot of problems with the robot and had to troubleshoot a lot. Even when we were at the competition, we had to break down the design and recreate it from scratch. But it was a great experience and it was really fun.
I like that though, having the challenges and then facing them head on as a team, because this type of work also takes team building skills, right? You have to be able to communicate. You have to be able to resolve conflicts quickly. You have to be critical thinkers to figure out what's happening and what's wrong. So I'm sure that took a lot of time. Talk to me about the preparation that actually went into making the robot happen.
Well, in the first competition, creating the robot took a lot of time actually, because before this design that we actually had, we had a different design that had an extendable arm that would grab the balls for us, but we saw that design wasn't very effective during the first initial process, so we had to entirely break down the entire robot and then reconstruct it to make a second design. That one didn't work again. Then we had to deconstruct, rebuild, to the point where we came to this finalized design at the actual competition by asking help from the other teams. Actually, it was Team Mexico who helped us come with our finalized design.
Awesome. So we saw like a global camaraderie.
What it did, it helped the students to work along with another country. So they had to collaborate with another country, and they went against 2 other countries in basically achieving the objective of the game.
All right. So Ms. McNeil, as a teacher and as somebody that's lived a little longer than these other gentlemen, talk to me about how important that type of collaboration and teamwork is. What exposure do these students get by having that opportunity to go and work with a team like Mexico?
It's excellent. You know, basically in our country, we don't have a lot of exposure to computer science, engineering. So what this did was actually help students to increase their collaboration skills, to work along in team building skills, especially in a field such as engineering and as well as in science, computer science. Sometimes you would see students who are interested in computer science, they don't have that communication skills, they don't have the collaboration skills. So it was excellent in terms of helping students in those fields to come together and to basically get these skills.
Now, I want you to give me your name before you speak with our audience today. I want you to tell me what is the thing that you've learned the most from working on this team.
My name is Eugene Thompson, and what I've learned the most is that there's no real final design, because there's also improvements that you can always make to it, and it never really ends.
And I want you to pass the mic to him, and I want you to give me your name and tell me what you're looking forward to most about going to China.
My name is Javon Sands. I'm just looking forward to having fun in the competition and learning more about robotics.
Okay, so I'm going to come back to you because I didn't let you give me your name earlier, so I'm going to let you do that now.
Yeah, my name is Bernard Taylor, and what I'm looking forward to is actually competing and collaborating with other teammates at our competition.
All right, Mr. Taylor, now, the robot is actually supposed to move water particles from one area to the next, right? And so those water particles are represented by the blue balls and the orange balls. All right, so the name of the robot is?
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo, like the choo-choo train. Big red machine, guys. What do we think is going to happen? So choo-choo is going to move those water particles for us, right? All right.
Now we just need to initialize the robot. Can you connect the controller, Jared? All right. And here we go.
Okay, Okay. Oh my gosh, it works.
So it works off a kind of controller design, almost like a car would.
Okay.
And we start the intake by using these buttons, the X and B buttons. And what we do is on the field, we use our intake system to intake the particles into the robot like this.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
Oh. And then when we got to our water reserve, we had opened the gate like that at the back and just move and then...
And leave the water there?
Yeah.
That is so cool. Now, how much... Okay, I see you guys using video game remote controllers. Were you a gamer, Jared, before
Yes,
you...
I was.
Okay. So playing video games actually has some benefit then, is what you're saying to me.
Yes,
all
ma'am.
right, all right. Well, this is actually really cool, guys. When do you go to China? When do you come back, Mr. McNeil?
We head to China on the 18th, and then we return on the 25th.
Okay, well, guys, we want to wish you all the best from Bahamas at Sunrise. Certainly, we know that when you come on Bahamas at Sunrise, only good things are going to happen. I want to find out what the future holds in store for you guys, though. What grade are you in?
11. Yeah. We're going in grade 12 now.
Both of you going to grade 12. Look at it. You say that like proud. I'm going to grade 12. And you're going in the 12th grade as well?
No, I'm actually graduating this year.
You graduated?
Yeah, I graduated already.
Okay, so what's next for you?
What's next for me is to actually go to the University of Bahamas for 1 year, and then I'll be transferring over to Acadia University in Canada.
Okay, excellent. And Mr. Mercer, where are you now?
I am currently at Florida Polytechnic University.
Okay, and you are studying mechanical engineering?
Yes, ma'am.
And you'll be studying engineering here at the College of the Bahamas?
What I'll actually be studying is math and physics,
Okay.
and I'll defer that over to computer science when I actually go abroad.
And the goal for you is to program robots like this in the future? That is so exciting for me because our future is really going to be very heavily robot-based. And I know I've got one engineer here. Talk to me. Tell me, what's next for you now that you're going to grade 12? What's after grade 12?
Well, after grade 12, I hope to go to... I'm still looking for a good college to go to because, you know, there's a lot of colleges out there. So I'm trying to find a good college and make sure that my major's in check.
Okay.
Like, make sure I want to do mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering for you. And for you?
Like I said, I'm thinking about civil engineering, not a definite yet, but I want to do something in the engineering field.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm proud of you, gentlemen. Married myself an engineer because engineers are awesome. And I think that it really speaks to the future of our country to see four outstanding young men here with a great male teacher taking robotics to China, man. We wish you all the best. Even to all my Big Red Machine fans, all the best to you. Zach certainly does it very, very well, and we trust that you will do incredibly well at the competition.
Thank you.
Bye, Choo Choo. It's great meeting you. Someday Choo Choo's going to talk to me, guys, and host Bahamas at Sunrise. Until then, we're going to be back after this commercial break.
I always wanted to come back to the College of Bahamas. I wanted to be a faculty. When the opportunity came for me to be Vice President of Operations, I said, well, let me try that first. It makes me proud because I was here before. I feel as if now I'm sort of like a beacon for those students who are here to say, hey, listen, I can actually be a Vice President. I can actually be one of the big leaders at the university. I'm Ronnie Stevenson, and this is my UB.
Apply today at www.ub.edu.bs.
Wait, that's Omar Little from The Wire. You think everyone is Omar from The Wire?
Wow, it's really nice to meet a fan.
It's like he's right here. I telling you he's being all type shows and stuff?
And you know, Rev Go Play plays a lot of good movies and TV shows.
Excuse me, can't you see we're watching something else? Rude.
Settle all your pop culture disputes with RevGo Play. Watch, record, and stream all your favorite shows wherever you are. Free for all Rev TV subscribers. Rev, you and us together.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're at the halfway point of our fabulous Friday show.
Loving it, man. It's like big red machine and choo-choo. Love it, man. Love it. You know, engineering was my first degree. A lot of people kind of forget that. I was pretty good at that too, but you know.
But you know, when you're just good at so many things, you're just good at so many things. What type of engineering did you study?
Electrical.
Electrical engineering.
Yeah, it's fascinating. So robotics. And you know, what's interesting about technology, especially in the 21st century, and we used to give this presentation all the time, the first software language I learned was Fortran. And by the time, even back then, by the time I graduated, Fortran was obsolete.
Yeah.
And so what's happening in today's technology is, because it's just changing so fast, you know, you can start something in your first year as a freshman that could be
totally gone.
Outdated.
Listen, I gave a TED talk in Grand Bahama 2 weekends ago, and the talk was we all need to become C students. And I spoke specifically about the fact that robotics is going to just totally transform our world.
Everything.
They expect that we'll lose 800 million jobs across the world within the next 5 years. And that's all going to be due to robotics, which means that automated machines are going to take over so much of the non-technical work that we do, that we have to find new ways to be creative, to be critical thinkers, and those are the skills that we need to encourage our children to focus on. So I was really happy to hear that young man say he just wants to study programming so that he can program these machines, because that's what it's about.
And you got to learn. I mean, you got to learn how to learn. You got to learn how to unlearn. You got to learn how to relearn.
Yeah.
You know,
Especially us. We have to continue to learn and evolve because, you know, it changes. So if you're out there watching, we hope that you will take that opportunity to go and learn something new today. Certainly, a new world is coming.
Brand new world. Brand new world.
But we got more to come in the second half of the show. We've got that amazing opera singer that Phil spoke about earlier. Going to be interviewing her and hearing her sing.
And of course, we get to see, you know, the tape piece of somebody
eating food at Luca Fusion. And that's going to be coming up for you shortly. But before we get to any of that, we're going to take a second look at weather with Godfrey Burnside.
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First. First in insurance, today, tomorrow.
Thank you, Star. Good morning, Bahamas. In your second look at weather at sunrise, we take a trip around the tropics. This morning, we do have a surface trough extend out the remnants of Beryl a few hundred miles to the west of Bermuda, is moving north-northeast across the western Atlantic Ocean. This system, over the next 5 days, has a 40% chance of redevelopment to a tropical or subtropical cyclone. Elsewhere, tropical storm formation expected during the next 5 days. On the local scene, we have across the southeast Bahamas a little trough extending out of that same system that's going to create and produce some showers and thunderstorms, particularly the Grand Bahama Abaco area over the next 24 hours. High pressure building across the central and southeastern islands. In your marine forecast, winds today east to southeast, so 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet. Over the northwest and central Bahamas, those winds falling light and variable at times. Easterly at 15-20 knots, seas 4 to 6 feet over the southeastern islands. On Saturday, those winds become southeasterly at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet in northwest and central Bahamas, continuing easterly at 15-20 knots, seas 4 to 6 feet over the southeastern islands. Then on Sunday, those winds continue southeasterly at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet in northwest Bahamas, east to southeast at 15 knots, sea 3 to 5 feet over the central and southeastern islands. Your tides. You can expect a high tide at 7:28 this morning. Your next low tide at 1:36 this afternoon. High gain this evening at 8 p.m. Sunset at a minute past 8 this evening. Rises more at 6:29. UV index 9. Your water temperature 84 degrees Fahrenheit. And the moon phase, new moon. Extended look. High pressure builds across the island. Lots of sunshine, hot and humid conditions. There's a chance of one or two showers popping up in the afternoon, even a thunderstorm. Low temperature daytime will reach the lower 90s. At nighttime in the upper 70s. That puts her up in final look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Star.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Today we are at Luca Fusion, and listen, I know it's early in the morning, so if you do not have breakfast ready, I've got the answer for you that's right here at Luca Fusion. We've brought them to you before, but we never really talked about their breakfast menu options, and so we're here today to talk with them. Our good friend Karen Doogie, she of course is the owner of this beautiful place, and she's also the sometime chef. She's going to be talking with us about their breakfast menu options and how you can stay in contact with Luca Fusion throughout your day for all of your meals. Karen Karen, good morning and welcome to Bahamas and Sunrise.
Good morning, and happy for having me with you.
I'm so happy to have you with us because, you know, Luca Fusion, we love the vibes in here. We've gotten great shots of the place, and we kind of talked to you before, but never specifically about breakfast. And breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but a lot of Bahamians don't seem to take it in. They're busy, they're running around. Can they actually call Luca Fusion and say, listen, I want to place an order and come in and get something?
Of course, we actually encourage people to call. They can call us anytime in the morning. We start at 7. Our breakfast stops at 10.
Okay.
Our number is 326-8777. Once they call, give us a few minutes because most of our stuff are done to order.
Okay.
So like 10 minutes or so, they can come and pick up.
Okay, excellent. And of course, you're located downtown.
Yeah, we're right opposite Doctor's Hospital. We're easy to find, Christie and Shirley Street.
Okay, so Christie and Shirley Street, right on the corner, beautiful blue building. You will notice the cool signs in the window that says it's Luca Fusion, and you can come on in and enjoy any of these amazing breakfast items and so much more. I wanted to talk to you about the food because Luca Fusion does something new. I guess that's where the fusion comes from in the name. You can have vegan meals here, which is a big trend right now. A lot of people trying to get rid of meat. Then there's the old meat eaters like me. You can't convince us otherwise. And we can still get some traditional Bahamian food. So what do we have in front of us today?
Okay, our breakfast options are a lot different. We do have some of the toner and grits, the mackerel and grits that people sometimes ask for, but we try to bring difference to our food. This dish here is our kielbasa sausage with shrimp, grilled shrimp. So it's a shrimp and grits. Some people like it with a little cheese on it, but we didn't put any cheese today.
Okay.
So we have kielbasa sausage with shrimp and grits. This here is a
kielbasa sausage.
Kielbasa sausage.
That sounds fancy.
It's a flavored sausage, not just the bologna sausage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it has almost like, if you know, salty. But it's like a nicer taste of the salty. Yeah. So it have a kick.
That sounds like a breakfast I need to get my husband because we always try to go back to our old days of eating salty, and you add the shrimp there with the grits.
So it has a nice kick with the shrimp and the sauce.
Okay.
This here is a quesadilla. You could have quesadilla with different things, but this one we did with cheeses, peppers, and kielbasa sausage.
Okay.
So you could have that either with ham, if you want it with turkey, if you want it with eggs, or if you just want it with cheese.
Okay.
This one here is a breakfast wrap, and again, all of our food we change up based on how a person asks to have it done.
Okay.
So that there is a ham, egg, and cheese wrap. Then we have, with wraps, you can also have vegan options. Every dish we pretty much do, there's an option we can give you as far as a vegan option.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then one of our vegan dishes is our scrambled tofu. If you taste it, you'd really kind of think it's eggs. Yeah, but scrambled tofu, steamed sausage with grits.
Now, let's get the catch here, right? You said scrambled tofu. Okay, I can accept the scrambled tofu. But then you said sausage. I thought sausage was a meat.
Vegan sausage.
Vegan sausage.
Vegan sausage.
Okay.
People manipulate stuff like mushrooms, almost beans, almost anything you can take and manipulate. Once you flavor it, you could get close to pretty much any kind of taste you're looking for.
That's excellent.
Meat is kind of hard to duplicate, but once you get the right type of spices, you could kind of duplicate almost anything.
Now this seems like a passion for you, because I look at this food presentation. The presentation is awesome. I can't wait to taste it, guys. I'm going to let you know. I've heard that the taste is awesome, so I'm excited about that. And then I'm really, really excited about this option for vegan food, because we're looking at a country that's dealing with obesity, dealing with a lot of health issues in terms of high blood pressure and sugar, and certainly vegan gives us a different alternative for that. When we talk about the passion that you have for this, what has led you to saying now is the time for me to create this type of food establishment?
First and foremost, I would put myself out as an artist.
Okay.
Anything I decide to take up, I approach it with a form of looking at it as art.
Okay.
Food for me is just now my new project. I've seen the opportunity for a long time because everybody here cooks the same thing the same way, and for me it's just that's too boring.
Okay.
So this only just a tip of the iceberg of what I would really like to do once I get more help.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we know that you offer amazing breakfast options. We know that people can call in if they want to get something for breakfast. But some of these meals look like they can also go kind of like for lunch as well.
Yeah.
So how does that work? Do you have a lunch option available? What time do you close in the afternoon? How does that work?
For now, we're open. Breakfast would be from 7 to 10. Lunch would be from 12 to 4.
Okay.
Certain things, if a person comes to ask to have like something that we did for breakfast, if we have it available for lunch, we would do it.
Okay.
Because we're very flexible.
Okay.
So it's just a matter of what our clients ask for. Once we can accommodate them, then we will.
Have you gotten into catering yet? If I wanted you to give me a nice vegan meal for the boardroom.
I've actually been asked a couple of times
Okay.
to do some stuff for different meetings.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And gave us a number. I'd like you to give it to us one more time.
The number is 326-8777.
Okay, 326-8777. And then can we find you online? Are you on Facebook or Instagram so we can know what the new menu is for the day? How are you communicating those messages?
It's Luca Fusion 242 on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay. And we can find your daily menu there?
You can find our menu on Facebook.
Okay.
Or a lot of our clients would give us their number and we would send menus to them by WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yeah, so we also do it like that.
Okay, excellent. All right, well, I mean, this has been a great opportunity to chat with you, to get to see the beauty of Luca Fusion on the inside, and I can see the artwork come out. I mean, the fine details of the pennies on the wall, definitely an artist at work here, and then, of course, with the food that I'm about to taste, y'all. So remember, you are still watching Bahamas at Sunrise. You can give Luca Fusion a call right now. They've got your traditional items. If you want regular sausage and grits, or if you want that fancy vegan sausage and grits, you can do it all here at Luca Fusion. We're so grateful. Thank you for having us this morning.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be back with more after I eat this awesome meal in front of me, and we'll see you in just a few.
Two things. Blue thing. All things. Things that are small. Things that are grand. Things that fit just right in the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Hi, I'm Davrielle and welcome to Rev Tips, where we answer your most important Rev service questions. Today's question is, how do I set up a Rev My Account? It's super easy. To create a Rev My Account, simply visit www.cablebahamas.com and click the My Account icon. Next, select the Create Account option. Please have a copy of your latest statement on hand. Enter the information as it appears on the statement to the respective areas on the form. When you've finished, click Create Account to continue with the process. Once you've registered your account, you can use your username and password to check your account balance, view past statements, and pay your bill online. And that's your Rev Tip for this week. Thanks for watching, and be sure to join us next time.
This segment is brought to you by Corky's Trucking.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Our summer entertainment series continues with another riveting live performance. We have the winner of the Opera Singing Division. Yes, I said it. The Opera Singing Division of the E. Clement Bethel National Arts Festival. A 17-year-old Jamia Monroe. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Opera.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm sure there's an interesting story behind that. How long have you been singing opera?
For about 2.5 years.
Just 2.5 years. What did you do? What did you do before that?
I just sang pop music like Whitney Houston, Celine Dion.
Yeah. So you've been singing all your life?
Yes, sir.
You know, before the show started, I heard you practicing. I had to come upstairs and see all of this, you know, because I couldn't believe the voice that we were about to hear. But I went back downstairs and I said, Mom, obviously she got it from heaven, but she's like, no, she got it from me. What's the name of your mom?
Nova Monroe.
Oh, Nova Monroe. And
beautiful mom. Everett Monroe.
Yeah. But your mom said she's also a singer.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So it's in the genes.
Right there.
Yeah. So tell us, so you won the Opera Singing Division, of course, and you're going off to school?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
at Northeastern Oklahoma.
Northeastern Oklahoma. And your major is going to be?
Music theater.
Yeah. So when you made this transition from pop to opera, I mean, what excited you about opera?
Well, personally, me singing opera versus pop, opera just brought out more of my vocal abilities more than pop did. I felt like I was much stronger, much louder, more angelic. Everything about it was just much better and more comfortable to me.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So do you have anybody that you kind of watch that you kind of fashion yourself after?
Probably would be Jackie Evancho because she's my age, and honestly, she is so like impressive because when I watch her videos when she was about 8 and 9 years old, I feel as if I sound like her at that age. So she is very inspirational.
Yeah. So you're going to go off for 4 years. You're going to major in
Music theater.
Music theater, and then after that, what do you see yourself doing?
Hopefully, I'll just get a really good name as an upcoming Broadway singer and opera singer, and who knows what will happen.
And the sky's the limit.
Yes.
Listen, we're very excited to have you on Bahamas at Sunrise. I can't wait for the audience to hear you because I was kind of blown away. So listen, congratulations once again.
Thank
What
you.
are you going to sing for us?
I'm going to be singing Nissa and Ma.
All right, I didn't get all of that, but listen, it sounded wonderful. So Jamia Monroe, live here on Bahamas at Sunrise.
To
Shell is taking you on an exciting journey with its summer promotion. Now through September 14th, enter for your chance to win a brand new 2018 Toyota Yaris. Just make a minimum purchase of $20 worth of fuel from any Shell service station in Nassau. Answer the skill question on the entry form and submit. The grand prize will be drawn on September 14th. Other weekly prizes include free fuel vouchers and VIP packages to see Jay-Z and Beyonce live in concert August 31st at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. For more info, visit their Facebook page at Sunoil Bahamas.
So who really own the Nassau Container Port?
Boss, that's easy. The government.
I do.
I do. Thank you.
I
do.
I do. And one day, he will too.
I do. Knock knock.
Here at the Nassau Container Port, we've diversified our ownership to give hardworking Bahamians a piece of the economic pie. And we'll continue to grow so that we can give you a consistent return on your investment. That's our promise.
I always wanted to come back to the College of Bahamas. I wanted to be a faculty. When the opportunity came for me to be Vice President of Operations, I said, well, let me try that first. It makes me proud because I was here before. I feel as if now I'm sort of like a beacon for those students who are here to say, hey, listen, I can actually be a vice president. I can actually be one of the big leaders at the university. I'm Ronnie Stevenson, and this is my UB.
Apply today at www.ub.edu.bs.
That's going to do it for us. Such a fabulous voice to end the show with, Phil.
Listen, man, I'm sitting here kind of just mesmerized by it. That's some serious talent. You do it with such ease. You do it with such ease.
And so what's the long-term goal for you? Do you plan on coming back home? Do you want to stay abroad and do plays and theater there? What's the goal?
I think personally, of course, I want a good career for myself abroad, but definitely I would like to come back and educate more Bahamians and children and let them know more about opera, because I feel like it's very underrated over here. People don't really talk about opera as much and try to sing it, but a lot of Bahamians can actually have some good potential over here. They just don't know it yet.
Okay, I love that. I love that.
So we've had a wonderful show, such great talent on this Independence Week coming from our young people. Eh?
Certainly, I tell you, the future looks bright. As long as we continue to invest in young people like you and let you shine, we've only got good things to come.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, we hope that you have a wonderful weekend. We'll be back here with more of our fantastic young people and so much more on Monday. So we will see you then.
Be safe.